Here we have the Prakitca MTL5 B. Single lens reflex camera, 35mm, released between 1985 and 1986 to about 1989. This particular camera was donated to the Florence Nightingale Hospice charity, and I will put a link in the comments so that you can see anything that they're selling at a time should you be interested. This is in a long line of similar cameras, noticeable for their camera release, which is there. Look at the specifications. If I open up the back, you can see that it has a vertically running metal blade shutter. Shutter speeds are 1,000th of a second through to 1 second plus B. There's also a little symbol here to put it on the flash sync setting so that you can't mess that up. And it has an M42 screw mount. And if you see in here, just here, there's a little lever which connects with this to shut down the metering when you're either taking the photo or just working how much light there is. When you look through the viewfinder, on this side of the viewfinder there is a very simple meter. If it's up, it's overexposed. If it's down, it's underexposed. If it's middle, the exposure's fine. On this side you may see a little triangular tab, and that tells you that the shot has been taken and you need to wind the film on. So in operation, if I look through the viewfinder, let's for argument's sake say it's overexposed, so the meter is at the top. I can either turn the aperture ring, which closes down the hole, the aperture inside the lens. So for instance, if I do that, you might be able to see. And as I close down the aperture, the metering needle will go back into the middle. Or alternatively, I can control the shutter speed to have the same effect. It really depends on the type of shot that I want. So to operate the meter, I use this lever here. I have a self timer which kind of works the wrong way around. Just operate it here. "10 seconds-ish, clockwork timer, very traditional." If I want to open the back of the camera, as I did before, I pull this rewind knob up to its full extent. So I take the pictures. I have a frame counter here to tell me how many shots that I've taken. When I get to the end of the roll, I release this button here, which allows me to, if I wind this out, rewind the film back into the cassette. On the top I have a hot shoe. There's no dedicated flash to this, so it's simple electronic connection. I have a threaded shutter release. That is just about it. Nice. Really solid. Nearly 40 years old. All I had to do was replace the battery and it works absolutely fine. If you want to get into film photography, you could do a lot worse than a Prakitca. Retail value, I don't know, £30, something like that. This one doesn't have a strap. Get one with a strap. So, Prakitca MTL5 B, about 1986 I'd say, nearly 40 years old, works almost as well as it does on its day of release, and by that I mean the bodywork has some slight wear on it, but mechanically and electronically it's absolutely fine.